Okay, hi guys. This is the part 7 of me building the automation for automatically creating PowerPoint slides. In the last 6 parts, we did the integration of Copilot Kit. We did a lot of testing, a lot of backend development, and a lot of ways to make a PPT. Uh, but I think based on my research and based on the kind of documentations and the other things I read, uh, I think it is not that easy to create something that we are looking for, which works something like a co-pilot or a cursor or something like that. And to build something like it, we definitely need a LangGraph or the LangChain functionality, which will handle multiple agent cases. In case of multiple agents, we we tell the agent that okay, this is a specific person who will do the research. This is our designer. This is our validator or finalizer, reviewer, and this is like a multiple agent approach. So uh, when I did some research and more, uh, I went more into the code. I found that we have to use deep agents, which is by LangGraph only. The deep agents is an architecture wherein it's just like I would say a lot of agents that are currently which bifurcate your current, I would say, command in multiple tasks, and based on the task it try to define which person is the right person, like if you need a researcher, a designer, and if you need both, this agent will be able to split the task into these two people, collect the response, and once the response is received, it compiles it, send it to a validator. Validator will validate it, and once validation is done, it will create the output that our code can understand, like a tool call, and the output is displayed on the PPT. So this is the what like deep agents do. It it manages your entire life cycle automatically, intelligently. So it understands how you can do it really good. Now, deep agents or the LangGraph is also available on your TypeScript, JavaScript, or whatever we call it, and the Python part. Based on my understanding and the research that I did before doing this stream, I found that uh, it's not easy to do deep agents and LangGraph in TypeScript that easily in the TypeScript, but it is has good support, documentation, references in the Python part. And I also found that the Python version works a lot better compared to TypeScript part. I don't know why this is happening, but based on my some of the tests I did, I found that okay, the Python part is really good compared to what we have on the TypeScript part. So just to give you a quick overview, let me go to this. Okay. Um, if you are if you don't know what deep agents are, uh, you can search deep agents here by LangChain or Langra, whatever you want to call it. So this guy can use your handle your complex into multiple tasks. You can give a large amount of context, like what you want to do, if you are a research, how you want to research, if you're a designer, how to design a slide, how to design a PPT, and how to finalize the output, how to finalize the schema. And then they also delegate works to specialized sub agents for context isolation, persist memory. So this is more like Claude or like Yeah, I think Claude code or something like that. So this is how you can create deep agents. It has also support for TypeScript, but as I said, I don't know why, but it didn't work for me that great. So I was able to achieve some part of it through TypeScript. TypeScript is natively I'm good at. Python I generally avoid because of its a little more complexity. TypeScript works for me. The reason being, most of our front end code is in React or some kind of JavaScript framework. So I prefer to write in TypeScript or JavaScript. But I think for this specific case, I think Python might be the best option uh, to do it. So it says deep agents built on top of LangGraph, LangChain, and then the Langsmith, which is for observability or evaluation deployment purposes. Uh, then, if you go to into your quick start thing, it has given a good search tool on how you can create a search tool. Basically, an agent that will do your internet search, and a deep agent. You have to access an internet search tool as your primary means of gathering information. It's like a researcher. So you provide the research instructions. The tools is basically the internet search, which is coming from this part, and then you run the agent. So you give the messages and you print the final content that you get from it. So what happen is automatically planning its approach. It will use the built-in right to do style to break down to research task. Basically something like Copilot. If you see here, you will see somewhere a task that a Copilot or a cursor or some kind of other uh, tool does. And in this case, this is doing a research. You can create as many subagents you want, and then you can provide context. You can spawn multiple subagents and then synthesize a report like a final analysis or I would say synopsis of a research or whatever you want uh, is done to that. And then we have middleware. The middleware architecture. The middleware architecture is something I found recently on Copilot Kit. So if we go to this blog part, I think 2 to 3 days back on 20 January 20th, they published this by Anmol Barnwal and Nathan Rebert, which talks about how you can use deep agents with Copilot Kit. Uh, this talks this basically covers what we want, but this is again I would say using one second. So basically this is using again a job result kind of a backend where you provide job context like your resume. It finds multiple jobs in the background or through a web search, and through that it will fetch what kind of job skills that you have a good match with. So this is how they have done it. Basically it's using Tably API key for web search, GPT-4 Turbo, and then so this is the main system prompt. Hard rules never include job details, URL, and this and that. You are a tool using agent schema. Okay, this is the exact thing that we want. If you can't find it, return as many valid ones as possible. So basically, it will find and it will give you the job search prompt. Add resume passing. This is resuming, getting resume. Now this is the one. So basically, you define a tool which says internet search and search for jobs using Tivoli API. Always return 5 results, and you get the result. And now this is the dev build agent part. Basically, you are giving tools, which is the internet search. update job list, and the finalize is the final tool that will do the finalizing based on the internet search and the jobs that we got. And the sub agent is something which is specialized for finding relevant jobs and output it as a JSON. So this is the one which will do your specialized job of finding the jobs. Then you have fast AI setup, which is fine, and you use LangGraph AUI agent. So you have path, so agent graph, build agent. So build agent is basically coming from here, and you provide it directly in your code, and you run the application. So it will work something like this. It will show that, okay, finding front-end jobs in remote or Bangalore with React or Next.js, called internet search, called update job list, and called finalize. So these are the tools that you provided as the main tools that the agent can use. So it will call it, and you will see that these being called on the front end side as tool calls, and it will say, okay, I found 4 jobs, and you get this kind of a table from that. So now it is showing how you can do an inspection, you can go debugging and all. I try to do this in TypeScript. I don't know why, but it didn't work in TypeScript as expected that I thought it might work. Um so this is the part wherein I was trying to do uh, a deep agent integration. So it says a PPT agent, which is a LangGraph HTTP agent, and then you provide a URL, then agent ID, name, and description, whatever it is, and you define the PPT agent. Now, this PPT agent was basically a LangGraph HTTP endpoint that you could use. So if I go into this, is basically an HTTP function, and you get messages, you get body, thread ID, and multiple information. Then you provide the graph input, like these are the files, these are the copilot kit points. And then the problem with this is that I don't know why, but this AGUI events that I get, which is the emit one, I have to do it manually. Like this emit controller type run started, run ID, thread ID, then snapshot, message snapshot, finished, steps finished, steps started. Then if it's a tool call result, then I have to do text message text start or tool call result. So this is something I had to do manually, or I would say I have to manage it myself. So if I go into this and npm run dev server, and I can do start the backend supposedly. Okay, so if I go into the PowerPoint, go into this, it goes into this one. See, so this is the new Copilot kit UI. So if I say hello, hi, or whatever you want, now, so I get this response, which is fine. Now, my problem is that I have to do this manually for everything. It's not about streaming events only, it is more about the entire management, which I think, as per the documentation of Copilot Kit, they say that this uh, Copilot Kit middleware, this is for front end tools in context. I don't know. Is a front end that keeps UI state in sync with agents by executing by streaming agent events and state updates in real time using a GUI under the hood. So it says that it used this automatically. I don't know why it was not working for me. Uh, so uh, so I will try to replicate. What I'm thinking is I have not started with Python yet. My all research was using JavaScript and TypeScript. What I will do is I will take this as a base at the moment and this entire thing, and let's try to do the same thing using Python. And since I have done a lot of things already on the TypeScript part, I will just create a new uh, application for me because it is actually getting very big. So I will say your office. I will create a new add-in. Office add-in. You not unified, not Excel. Yeah, the React framework. Uh, should use JavaScript or TypeScript? Well, let's use JavaScript because I have. So let's say this is Slide Hero, and we are gonna work with PowerPoint. So this is getting created. Meanwhile, okay, it's fine. I will wait for this to complete. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so we have a new project now, which is Slide Hero. We will work on this. I might take some references of what I have already done uh, from our last 2 to 3 parts, but I think this is good to start with. I'll create a new folder here. Let's call it backend. Let's go to the terminal, npm i. So this is the one. So let's say npm run start. Okay. So we got the new plugin, whatever you want to call it. So let's just put the manifest slide hero default value show task pane. I just want to change this part, show task pane. I will change this to just slide hero. So this is fine. Let's just do npm and start again. It's not working. Okay, it's fine. I think it will come along. And debugging started. Cool. Now in the back end, let's go to the back end part. Uh, Now we have to create a new I will use Azure Functions Python because I want to deploy it later on. Function app. Create new project. Let's take backend. Let's use Python here. 3.14. I don't think what's the latest Python version. Okay, it's fine. That's this one only. And let's go to okay. That's fine. Let's use Python 3. Create a template for your projection. CPA trigger. Let's just say okay. Let's just put test here. Let's put anonymous for now. Canadian walk. No. Fine. Okay. We have this now. Let's just create test.http function app.py. Okay, before I do that, do this, I need to use fast API. Okay, fast API in Azure function. Using fast API framework with Azure functions that Azure the sample already have it. Let me change files. Dependency. I think that would have been a better point. Fast API on Azure functions. Okay, let me do it myself for now. Requirements dot text. In your file includes the root prefix key with the value of empty. Host.jsn version 2 logging extensions. Let me put this extensions here. And then in the function app.apy, which is fast API, import fast API. This I can remove, and let's say this. See fast API. The wrapper function folder file defines the fast API. No changes. Okay. I think there's a folder which is wrapper function. So wrapper function, let me just put this here. Okay, let's just put here. Okay, let's install this. Shit. So let's just put Python 3. Okay, you are running, click the run and deploy for instruction. Instruction. Okay, let's go to our this attach, skip, debug anyways. Install TickP. Okay, Python debugger. Let's just do this and let's just try again. Yeah, so we got this, and we also got, by the way, a test function. Cool. Now this is the test, sorry, and I think I need to add some Python related extensions because it's difficult. Python extension pack. Yeah, I think this one should be fine. Or this. Let's just put this one. Okay, by the way, it installed both. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think now it's better. So let's go to our test.http. Let's just do a test for local 7 point content. This is fine. Yeah, detail not found. Why is it detail not found? Executing. Processed a request. Okay. Let's just say example. Let's just use this method not allowed. Let's do a get. Try hello Shivani for parameterized root. Okay. Okay, cool. This is working ideally. So let's just say this. They're not found. Okay. I think this will stop working because we have done routing, which is fine. Let's come back to our, okay, this is done. Let's just go back to our Copilot kit. This is front end, which we don't need. So this is the Next.js API proxy to fast API. This we need to implement definitely. And This all not required. This also not required at the moment. Let's say user pin, add this. Let me put this in the requirements. By the way, I could have, okay, we have env, Python. Let's see, pip install uv. Okay. One thing, okay, let's just keep this. We don't need this. And this is already there. Let's just add these. Okay, so this works on TOML. What I will do is I will just add it here directly. I don't want to make this. Yeah, let's just remove this one. Okay. Let's go to functions and let's just give it a restart. Skip for now. Okay, let's just remove this. We don't need that anyhow. Okay, why this is broken? Let's just okay, let's just restart this. Okay, this is installing all the requirements. I'll start. Yeah, so this is done. Now few things is we need to implement this part, not this part, sorry, but they call it next.js endpoint, which will call our LangGraph or deep agent. Yeah, this part. We need to, since we are PowerPoint add-in is not using next.js, we have to implement this ourselves. What I will do is I will go to their documentation. Let's just say this is LangGraph, and I hope they have I hope they have something which is is there. 1 minute. Copilot runtime. This next JS app router endpoint. Front end tools. Let's go to deep agents. Fast API. AGI, LangGraph. These are the for your projects. Fast API endpoint. Create your front end. Set up Copilot runtime. By the way, they just give you root.ts, which is TypeScript. Let's just check if they have this in Python. Copilot, get Copilot runtime. Uh, for interaction with LLMs. Man, they don't have this, I think. Does not have Python runtime built on time. Python is separated via, but there is no announced timeline for a native Python server. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so I think we have to handle two servers for this. I don't know why this is the case, but so this will be our LangChain backend. So what I will do is let's go to here, which is, let's just call it agents backend. And this will be specifically for our agent management, and we will have one more for managing our add-in backend. So let's say add-in backend here, and agents backend, add-in backend. So agents will be our deep agents, and so this will be our major one, which we'll use for Copilot runtime, because they are stupid. I don't know why they have not given Copilot runtime server uh, in Python. Let's just say this remote endpoint. With Python based services, or this poetry. Let's just say this. just check LangGraph here. I don't know why whenever I search LangGraph it says remote endpoint, but it's going directly to LNM. Like they want to fit everything, you know. Okay. What I will do is in this add in backend, I will just do create new project, add in backend. Let's just put JavaScript here and let's choose an HTTP query, which is test. Okay. Now we have this and okay. What I will call this is let's call this co-pilot, and what I will do is I will get some code from my okay, let me just add this code directly in here. Okay, now let's go to there, which is they call it import copilot runtime experimental adapter copilot experiment point LangGraph. Let's just say this thing and next server is fine. We don't need next server. Let's just remove this entire thing. Default config and all is fine. You can remove this entire thing also. And this thing is fine. This is fine. Headers and all is fine. Let's just remove this. We don't need this. This is fine. The backend base URL is fine. 7071. And let's just say this is our which is let me remove this entire thing. We don't need this. Where is runtime? So it says copilot runtime agents config. So ppt agent is basically a new LangGraph and you have a URL for it. Cool. Okay, so this is done. I think one thing I need to check here is this was our original one. If I change this to here, does it change anything? Okay, and let's go to our this one, which was our original one. Okay, let's say let's run type server. Let me restart this PowerPoint. Okay, let's go to here. Let's try hello once. Okay, hello works. Okay, 1 second. Let's just go to our PPT agent and PPT agent now. Let's say I don't want to use this. Okay, I want Copilot Kit middleware to handle the entire events, remove the manual streaming of events in PPT agent. Copilot, no, so not this one. Let's go to our, I think it is being used. Get deep agent, create deep agent. Yeah, we are using Copilot Kit middleware here. Let's just check. I'm just checking this to ensure we are on the right track. Okay, let's just check this. Okay, Okay, so it is applying LangGraph agent adapter, which I don't think we need. But anyhow, let's see. By the way, it removed 200 lines of code. Okay. And we have a new okay. Let's check this. If we have errors, we continue. Let's just say hi once here. Yeah, so there's no response now. I think something is off with Copilot Kit on the TypeScript part. It doesn't work. Okay, let's go to our agent backend. Let's go here. Let's integrate their UV sync prompt. Okay, this is the one they talk about, which is internet search as a tool, and then they give it to the agent to use it. So this is API key. 1 minute. I think there's still issues. I don't think this will work. Let me just reload. Let's just put hello here. And nothing is happening. Okay, what I will do is let's just build our Python one. Even it has done it. I know this is not working. If we come here and let's just do a reload. Let's say hello. It just executed it and nothing happened. Okay. I think the way we should go ahead is we should implement our entire LangGraph or deep agents in the Python version. I don't know what is happening in the TypeScript, but it doesn't seem to work for me at least. So what I will do is in the VS Code, let me go to this one. Let's just copy this MCP. And let's just put this start. I will ask opens to build me the I want you to create the backend of the deep agents for research purposes, like which can be integrated with Copilot kit as per the documentation in you can also refer to the LangGraph docs using LangGraph MCP server. Okay, this will implement the backend for me. It so basically it is using the LangChain MCP server. It now looking for the uh, code or the documentation that was put it in the blog category. Now uh, it will put the code in our main init.py. We could have done it ourselves, but I think it's better to save the time and put it in this. So by the way, this create 4 to dos, which will code is doing, is something that is also part of your deep agents. Supposedly if you go into this, yeah, this tools and where's to dos here. Okay, I think I missed out, maybe 1 second. Yeah, so basically this is plans it a pro use the built-in write to dos to break down the research task. So this is the same thing that LangGraph deep agents also do. So let's just try to do the same thing. Okay, it created agent.py for us. It is using PDF reader. I didn't want a PDF reader. I will ask it to change it. Okay, this is happening. So this has added AGI LangGraph AGI agent. This is fine. You are a deep research agent and upload documents is something which is not required for us. Okay, it has automatically created this. Good, this is good up to now. What is requirements? We didn't wanted it, but it's fine. Okay, we don't need the upload documents part, and only just the researcher which does research on a topic. You can remove the code in relation to documents. Okay, no one needed so much things, man. Or Claude always do more than what is required. It's not required. 49 HTTP calls it registered. Why? Health agent info sample hello researcher, like whatever it is. Okay, let's just say remove the code in relation to documents. Okay, and I will copy this part. Go to this add-in backend. This is the part wherein we will call the LangGraph Python agent, and let's just say, okay, this is fine. Let's go to terminal and let's say, I think OpenAI is not required here. Yeah, you can remove this part. You can remove OpenAI. We can add this thing, and this should be good enough for this. Okay, this is happening. Okay, so this is taking time. Okay, while this is happening, this is our main add-in. Let's just go to here, npm run dev server, and okay, this is already, let's just do a kill port 3000. So just say don't save this. So it has removed everything which was in relation to uh, so AGI protocol, Python, these things have been removed. Okay, let's just keep this for now, and let's just do npm run dev server. Now a few things I have to do is in no no with before I do this, I think in the web config I have to change few things. Let me go to my original one. This is fine, and yeah, dev server, which is this thing. Yeah, proxy now server https. Okay, let me just copy this entire thing. Yeah, so what will it will do is it will allow all calls happening to S7071, even though they might not be HTTPS one, because this is HTTP calls. Okay, so now I can run the dev server. Okay, now I think I can take this zgraph thing from here. Let's go to src task pane. Let's just call copilot here .jsx. Let's just call this copilot ppt agent direct, and this tool tester system instructions. I will remove this entire thing for now. Yeah, base here, this is required. This is fine. I can remove agent state provider for now. Properties, single dev console runtime. This thing I can remove. Tool tester I can remove. Extension. Default open. Let's say just say false. The agent we are using is ppt agent, which is fine. Input disclaimer, like input container. Okay, let's just keep this scroll view and all is fine, I think. Okay, let's just integrate it. Okay, a few things I have to do is get this env, and let's go to our this thing, and we need .env in our webpack, and yeah, system env is a result to true. Okay, I think this has to be installed. .env webpack. Okay, and this should be fine now. Index.jsx. So this is has app. Let's just put Copilot here, and index.jsx. User ID is something we can just put test for now, and this is something we can take. Okay, I think this should be fine. Okay, there are errors. Okay, this is something we need to install. Okay, now let's go back to this. Our Python agents. I think one thing I need to do is I need to change port number. What is the port? How do you change port? I forgot how to change port. Because this will run on agents backend. Somewhere it was extensions, port extension. And I don't know this. Run this Azure function on 7072, because on 7071 we have our main TypeScript function that will run. No, I want this to be changed. And we'll start. Can we change it in the host.json? Let's just wait. Okay, it goes in local settings. Okay, got it. Yeah, local HTTP port. Yeah, course is everything. Yeah, so this is what we need to do. Let's just restart. Source Azure functions. Ignore the following way they require different Python version. AGI LangGraph. Please check this error. It's a dependency issue. Anyhow, let's go to our slide hero. These are mermaid and issues. I think this is something that was fixed in the last part. Yeah, this SRC shims. Let me copy this SRC shims and so dev is a dev, like path is this. Let's go to dev and so let's resolve and let's put this langium. Is there langium here? Yeah, so let's just put this. Let's do npm I. Okay, now let's just do test server path is not defined. Okay. We will still have 23 errors. Console ca dev output path modules babel. We need this also. It's just this. Okay, let me add this as development and let's just put SAS loader here. And this is also we need. Let's go to here, polychain express manifest static when config is fine. Dot env is compress false hot true. I think everything else looks fine to me. Hmm. Still getting 22 errors. The utils. Do we have utils here? Hmm. You don't have utils here. Okay. Few things I can take this post CSS we can take. So these are important if you want to add tailwind CSS. Okay. Let's just do dev dependency of tailwind CSS and of tailwind CSS merge, and in the task pane, and let's just put CSS. This is fine. Let's go to index and let's just do an import of css dot global dot css. Okay, let's just check if this works fine or not now. Cannot found plug. Okay. Tailwind CSS, post CSS. Just to there's still so many errors. Cannot found auto prefixer. Okay. Well, let me ask this Claude to do this for me. Because there's no point of me doing it recursively. I think Claude will be able to do this in 2 minutes. Okay. Let's say okay, what did it do? Okay. Okay, now it's not running fine. Cool. So skip, you can cancel. Okay. Now I think this is running fine. There was a small issue. It is sorted. Let's go to index. Now before I include this, let me just say Dev Mohit Garg, and let's go to PPT. Let's go to slide hero. So we get this. If I just do a class name text slate 300, like 200, is it? Yeah, is it? This is changing. Let's do 800. Yeah, this is changing. It's fine. Okay, I think this is fine. Now I need to add this. Yeah, this is fine. So I know why this is coming. Now let's go back to our main backend. This is add-in backend, and this is our uh, just wait for this. I think the reason is this. Let's always use pip3 or python 3, otherwise it will do mistakes. Yeah. And you can recreate the V and V. Okay. Okay, let's wait for this. Okay. Okay, this happened successfully. Okay, let's wait. Okay, it's compatible with the long graph approach. Man, this is so bad. Okay, so they have degraded to LangGraph 0.2.076. entire thing seems broken. It created a React agent when I wanted a deep agent. I don't know what it's doing. I want you to focus on having a deep agent, same as in this block, uh, with only the research aspect of it. Focus on creating the deep agent only in this VNV and nothing else. Okay, let me give it the URL. Let me check which version they are using. They are using 3.12. Okay. Can we use 3.12 Python here and replicate the same thing? I think we can use pynv to manage multiple Pythons versions. I am coming in 1 minute. I need to grab some water. 1 minute. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, so we don't have pynv, so it will most likely install that. Yeah, pynv is basically for management of multiple versions of Python. Okay, and so we will install 3.12 Python. Okay. Okay, let's wait for this. Man, is it stuck or something? What is happening? Use it live from Xcode SDK. Okay, it's done. So that 3.12.12 is done. Okay. Successfully installed pep 25. Okay. Okay. This is good. Now let's go in here. By the way, we don't need to do this. As per my guess, if I just remove this and just put LangGraph, yeah, so it's not even required now to do. Let's just go to Python requirements, LangGraph, OpenAI. Yeah, so this is not even required to do. Cool. think something is not correct. This is using Copilot Kit remote endpoint, which I could have used anywhere. Why are we not doing this like below? It, this thing can do anything. And I don't know if this is hallucinate or just dump sometimes. Because even though it knows what to do, it sometimes seems like it wants to uh, most dumbest model out there sometimes. Okay, this is fine. Let me do a restart. Agents backend. Okay, let me just do start of the project. Okay, this is fine. I'm not concerned about this at the moment. They are deep research agent, AGI protocols, build research agent. Yeah, this agent graph is fine. App, long graph, this is fine. Exceptions, then this is fine. I think this part is fine. And okay. And we have to look at this build agent thing. Okay, the few things I have to include is the API keys. I have to hide because these are sensitive. These are, sorry guys, 1 minute. are using the Azure OpenAI endpoint in our project. Can you change to use Azure OpenAI as per local settings? LangGraph based on the configuration in your local settings. Yeah, Azure Chat OpenAI. Okay, cool. Now one thing I have to do is I have to go to Tevly. Let's go to sign up because I have never used this before. Just copy this and put it in my settings. Okay, now let me give it a restart. Where's this? Yep, restart this. 3.12. Yeah, so now it is working fine. Let's do http dot test. Let's just send this health. Base URL is 7072 now. Okay, this is fine. Configured OpenAI configuration, which is fine. Not really concerned. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. And let's choose, this is legacy. Let's just remove this. Okay. Let me say that, can you create a small test case here for testing the agent.py in init.py. Okay, and 36 now. Okay, let's just shoot this. Okay, I think this will work fine. This is working at the moment. Let's just keep it here. Let's go to our add-in. Let's just go here in our Copilot LangGraph agent. This is 7072, and let's go to here. So it says, okay, deployment URL. I think this is fine. I can remove this. And this is fine. And this is fine. I think this should work fine. Let me start this also. Okay, this is running fine. Our LangGraph server is also running fine. This is our front end. Let's just restart the front end. API base URL. Let's go to here. Runtime URL. Base URL. Okay. I think it worked. Agent workflow status. Okay, this I can remove. I think I can remove this also. Okay, one thing we need to forgot to add is the no. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so this one need to have this. Cannot resolve at the rate React UI. Okay, let's go here again. I cannot go inside this, so let's go to Copilot Kit, React UI. We have style.css somewhere. Yeah, this one. Okay, that means we have to install it. Okay, so npmi slash React UI. Okay, let's start again. Okay, and we have server running fine now. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Let's just do a reload. No, something is not right. Let me restart the PowerPoint. Blank presentation. Let's go to slide hero. Okay, something is not right still. This is either not compiled correctly. Uh-huh. Something is not correct. This still looks good. No, this is not working correctly. The issue is most likely in the PowerPoint part. Let's go to WEF. I don't know which one is which. Okay, this is slide hero. Let me remove this. Let's just show payment start. Okay. Now the CSS is still not seems to be working. Okay, let's say, can you check why we are not getting this CSS in our final UI? Okay, I imported the wrong one. Let's just do a restart. Yeah, finally we got this. Okay, this is good. One thing I can do is I can just remove this one. Since we are not using this now, let's change this npmi. Okay, this is cool. Now let's go to our backends. Yeah, so we have some problem now. Check this error in Copilot. Okay. Okay. Let's do a reload. looks like this is never called. Let me go here. Just do a reload. Hmm. Okay. What I should do is, let's go to the back end. We already have. Let's just take this. Okay, let's create one folder here. Let's call it utils. Let's just call utils.js. I don't need everything in this. And suggestions, calculate cost, normalize domain, valid token accuracy. Yeah, so let's use this. Okay. Yeah, yeah, this is the one. Okay. Cannot found module utils.json. Why? Just remove this. Okay. Usage utils.js. Okay, task utils.js. Okay, now it is working. Looks like so. Let me just put a breakpoint here. Let's just do a reload. Yeah, so this is coming fine. This thing is not required. Normalized domain will cause an error. Okay, this is expected. Okay, let's just do a reload. Why is it calling on DOM exception? Okay. Okay, and let's just close here. Okay, just do a reload. No error up to now. That's fine. Yeah, something is not right. Headers. Inbound client ID, transparency, thread ID. Let's just put one more here. Let me just remove this one. Let's just restart the server. Yeah, something is not right here. Inbound client ID, transparency request. Check this section. If it has errors, I think most likely it has errors on there. Okay. Change OpenAI key to process and normalize domain and your default filters. But I think this is not required. Let's just remove this for now. Okay. So many requests. Okay. Okay, I think it should be fine now. Okay, let me do this again. Carry property reading forward props. Where is reading forward props? Okay, let's just do a restart. Okay, now it's connected. PPT agent idle. Let's just press this. Okay. Nothing here. And where is this part? Where is the input? Okay, let's just go here. Okay. Okay. Let's say hi. Okay. It seems to be working now better. Actually much better. So it's going to completions at the moment, which is fine. Let's say, what do you know about the history of computers? Okay, I did something, but I don't know why. The streaming is not seems to be working. Okay. 1 minute. I can check is okay. There are 200 events that were received. Text state raw event. Yeah, so basically, okay, I don't think there's a problem on this side. There is some problem either here or either in this part here. Oh, not this one. Sorry guys, 1 minute. Okay, sorry guys. Uh, we are receiving. Where is this? Okay, let's go here. See, we received. Oh, there are total 4 messages, which is fine. So there's a content. Just tell me, there's a huge content. So this is the current state, which is fine. Current messages. Hi there. Do you know about the future of computers? The content seems to be aggregated completely. Okay. Let's what we can do is let's ask chat GPT 5.2. We are using copilot.js as our copilot runtime backend, and the backend uses the graph endpoint, which is in initpy and agent.py. I'm not sure why we are not seeing streaming content responses from content responses in copilot.jsx. This is current messages, front-end tool, context, front-end tools, AGUI events. There are 92. When I see the Copilot debugger, there are more than 90 events with AGUI event having JSON like event ID chat. Truncated. Tool start, snapshot, raw agent, raw event. Okay. Our this thing seems to be working fine, but the problem I see is that it's not streaming responses. Let's say, okay, thank you. What was the first computer? Let's just say. Yeah, so basically it's just giving me a final response like this. I don't see streaming responses here. Okay. And once this is done, we need to evaluate our agent. Here, at the moment, we are using a deep research agent. We will use it to create PPTs now. Badge URLs are strings. This is internet search. Let's go to here. Do we have used even this? I don't think we have used this. This is 0. So when I go into this, PPT agent, so this is manage snapshot. And so basically this is coming as a snapshot raw event on Jan and text message content. I don't know why it's showing chunk. What happened to this? Still thinking. One thing I can also do is let's just use agent. Okay. So let agent is equal to use agent. Okay, deleted my code. Okay, this is done. So let's just say, let's just import use agent. No, let's just do one thing. Let's just say use agent, PPT agent, agent dot add messages. Okay, let's see. Let's just say PPT agent. PPT agent dot agents clone debug messages. Okay, let's just say null is not in this thing. Let's just remove the supposedly for now. Okay, let's just do hello. Hello. What do you know about the history of Taj Mahal? Let's just do one short thing. Okay. Copilot get use agent. State. React component. Says use agent. Okay. Let me add this. Let's say use agent. Okay. Let's check if there is error. It requires agent ID. So it is PBD agent. Let's say okay. Okay, let's just do undo. Okay, let's just keep this. So I can do this. What was my agent ID? Agent. Mhm. Just do this. just say I want to use agent. Tell me how. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Okay. Now let's say that agent dot subscribe message, and let's do this new agent message. State agent events. Okay, let's do this. Let's say use effect. I don't need this. On run started. On text. On text event start message. On message content. Let me say message event. Okay. Let's do a reload. Let's say hi. I don't see anything in the console. Okay, subscribe to agent events. Say hello. It's nothing happening. Let me just remove. Okay. Okay, let's just reload. Nothing is happening. And do you know about the history of Taj Mahal? Okay. There's nothing, it's a direct completion that's doing. Okay, let's say That user Opus. Tell me why I don't see any console logs through this. Okay, let's go and reload. State change to run state run initialized. Say hello. Yeah, okay. See, we are definitely getting this. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, so if the content was this, then hello, then this. Okay, now when I send a hello message, it is sending me back the events as stream, which also seems to be changing the uh, text. However, I don't see a streaming effect of the text of the incoming content in the chat UI. Once the streaming is done, the final text is shown. Logs of the messages. Okay, let's try this again. So hello, I think it worked this time. What do you know about the history of Taj Mahal? Just thinking. Hmm, I still cannot figure out. It went too fast for me. Hmm, okay, what's the best part of it? See, it might be the case that it is actually streaming, but I'm not able to know. No, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I can do this later also. The streaming part. At the moment, it looks good to me. Let's go ahead and look at our research agent. The usage is 0. Playground documentation. Okay, what I need to do is let me go to add-in is fine. It's backend. Let's just copy this here and let's start this LangChain MCP. I'm using the LangChain MCP LangChain deep agents in the Python to do deeper researches using Tavily. However, I don't think the Tavily API is even used here. Can you check the agent in agent.py and confirm the deep agents? Refer to LangChain MCP for assistance. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think this is fine. Just do a reload. Can you search online about the recent EU India Trade deal. Okay, let's just check the agent's backend. Let me restart this. Okay, looks fine to me. Okay, let's just show this. It has done 5 times call. Ideally, this should not take this much time. Yeah. Clear otherwise recent reporting says mark first complete. But seriously, it was taking this much. In general, concluded and marked deal almost at negotiations. I had discarded tariff reductions, market access, economic impact, sources. Also break down winners and losers by sectors and this and that. Okay. One thing I can check is yeah, so definitely we are using this now, and we have almost 5 times this request, which I don't know why we have to do this, but it's fine. Let's just see other things. Okay, before we go further, I'm little concerned about these tool calls and everything. Now let's go to this deep agents, pilot fits, deep agent. Yeah, front end wiring the UI. It should have React Core, React UI. Okay. Copilot kit. Style.js. Proxy to. Oh, this is fine. Okay. I think this much is fine for the time being. This I need to figure out. This is taking 5 requests is a huge in my opinion. And even though we did a toll call, but we didn't see it on the front end, which is a little shocking, I would say. And I don't know why is it happening. Chat UI, pilot, labels, and discover editing or edit. Input is fine. There's no disclaimer now. This is still showing up. Okay, what I can do is let me just say don't save. Let's say again PowerPoint, and let's try it on a fresh page. Let's say hello. What do you know about the history of okay, history of computers? Okay, by the way, it has again using four requests, four to five requests. It just boosts, it just gives you a direct thing. I don't think it is respecting the different thing. Yeah, something is off. I think before I use this next part, my guess is I think we have to show this use default tool. That is something for showing the tools that is being used. Job results component. Okay, this is fine. I think my major problem is why we are not seeing. Can you check and understand why we are still not seeing? Okay, 1 minute. Let's just remove this one. Memo we can remove. Let's try this. I think might be the case that due to memo it's not doing stream, which ideally is not the should not be the case because we are seeing the final response. Okay, let's just say hello. It's a final one. Like this is always a final response. uh, let's say what are you doing? I just don't want to do multiple requests. Yeah, it's always a final response. Can you check the Copilot kit library and other things to know why we are not seeing streaming text in Copilot UX? Okay, we can do a network check also this time. Let's go to network. Let's just reload. Let's just say hello here. And no, I think it is just one response that we're getting. Let's say, how old are you? Let's ask silly questions to that. Yeah, I think I only see one request and response with the following. Let's go to response. Where is this response? I think something is off. Why we are not showing? You were showing me as a stream from the run, emitting this to the backend. Actually, looking at the corporate source, can I search earlier the corporate chat? Okay. Okay. See. Hi. Okay, let's just restart. Let's see. Hello. How are you, let's say this. Mhm. Do you know about computers without a web search? Okay, see, the streaming is not working. That's what I could get. What I'm thinking of doing is that, let's say, old Copilot. What I will do is I will use the same approach they have mentioned in their this thing. Let me install this. Let me. Okay, I will create the old Copilot thing and put it. So agent debugger is not required. Copilot kit. Export default function. Old Copilot. This is not required. And you can say the agent ID is PPT agent and runtime URL is this one. And we put the children cited. So children is not defined. Okay, this is fine. Use state, use your default tools, use Copilot readable, Copilot chat. Where is Copilot chat? Okay, but this is coming from. Okay, let's just say that we use old Copilot. Let me put this inside here. And I think just say this is old Copilot. start the server. Resolve. Think seems to be odd. Okay, oh man, I just installed it in the here. Okay. Okay, now it's happening. Okay, it's npm.i react code. Okay, let's go here now. One error cannot resolve in disk pane is global. Yeah, just remove this. Okay, we are good now. Let's just do final restart. And hopefully it should work. Cannot find React. Okay, cool. Let's just do hello here. What do you know about computers without an internet search? Something is off, definitely. I don't see streaming in here also, and I don't see streaming in the new version also. Mhm. Okay, guys, I think I'll take some rest, do some debugging, and try to fix the streaming part on why this is not showing up. And once I do that, I will do the part 8 of this, showing more of the PPT integrations, PPT with deep agents, something of that sort. Okay, yes, cool. Bye.